Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 money rules that rich people follow that you probably should too. That's what I'm going to share with you in today's video. So, hey guys, if you are K Dot, how you doing? So, if this is your first time joining me, my name is Alex. I share with you tools, tips, and strategies to help you get over your fear, anxiety, and doubts about money so you can live your best life and leave a legacy for your family. So if this is something that interests you, please consider liking and subscribing or hitting the bell notification so you can get notifications of when I'm actually coming on live. So in this video, I want to share with you the 5 money rules that rich people follow that you probably should too. One of the things that's always so interesting to me is what is it that separates people who have means, rich people, wealthy people? What is it that they do that other people, regular people, folks like us, like me, don't? So I'm going to share with you 5 things that separates them and makes them a little bit different. And so hopefully these might be some things that you might be able to start putting into your life as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one, the first thing in no particular order, but the first thing is people who are wealthy or rich, they actually develop multiple streams of income. Now, I know this seems like it's very common sense, right? It's very common sense, but when you look at most people who work a 9 to 5 or have a main job, most people only have one source of income. So if this is so commonsensical, why is it that more people don't have more streams than just the one? The reason why it's so important that you have more than one stream, that you create passive streams of income, is if you happen to receive a check, if you have a job that you receive a check from your employer, you are actually taxed higher than any other way of making money. See, it's called earned income. Earned income is taxed higher than any other form of income. So if you are somebody who is a business owner, if you're self-employed, if you are an investor, all of those ways of making money, you actually pay less tax on all of those ways than if you were actually going in to work, punching the clock, and receiving a check. Okay? So that's number one. You pay less tax. Number two, when you have multiple streams of income, it doesn't put you in a position where you are in potential financial ruin if your one job goes away. So many people, are probably doing really well, but if they got laid off or the company let them go for any reason, that one job, a lot of people would be in financial trouble because they're only receiving that one source of income. So the one thing that you can do is you definitely want to make sure that you have multiple sources of income. You want to make sure that you have passive income that's coming in when you're going to your main job, your main gig, when you're on vacation, when you're sleeping. You want to make sure that you have other streams of income that are continuing to come in, whether that's rental income, whether that's capital gains, whether that's dividends, whether that comes from investments from your business, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you have multiple streams coming in. Number two, uh, rich people focus on growing wealth instead of looking rich. Rich people focus on building wealth than just looking rich. And I know these things seem like they're common sense, guys, but again, there are so many people who spend money on getting the big house, for instance. Let me tell you, I made that mistake. When I first started making money, when I opened my first business on my own and I started having money coming in, I bought a house bigger than what I needed because at the time it was just me. I wasn't married. And I wound up buying an expensive car. So those two things alone, that back in the day, that was $2,000 a month, and so that was on top of the other expenses that I had, the other expenses from operating a business, the other overhead and other burden that I had in my business. So I wound up spending so much time in my business that I was never able to enjoy having a nice house or having a nice car. So one of the things that you really, really need to do is you need to make sure wealthy people, rich people, make sure that whatever they're doing with their dollars, the first question that they ask is, how is this going to impact my net worth? Is this going to increase my liabilities and expenses? Or is this going to put another asset or income into my life? Is it going to be money that's going to be going away, interest, expenses, liabilities, or is this going to be income or asset that's going to help me build wealth? And so when you have a choice of what you can do with your dollars, you want to make sure that you are minimizing as much as possible. You don't want to spend money on expenses where you don't have any way to recoup it at all. You don't want to buy liabilities that's just going to continue to take money out of your pocket. You want to make sure that you are buying things, that you're investing things that puts money back into your pocket. So that's number two. They focus on making sure they build wealth as opposed to buying more liabilities or increasing their expenses. Number three, the third thing they do is they use debt as a tool. They use debt as a tool. So I know a lot of times people like, hey, Dave Ramsey and other people, they'll tell you, oh, you want to be debt free. You want to be debt free. You want to make sure that you pay off everything, that you don't want to owe anybody anything. You want to be debt free. And in and of itself, that is a good idea in theory. But if it's going to take you years, okay, of paying off your debt before you can start actually saving and investing and putting money in your pocket, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I don't think that's a good way to do it. I think you depending on your interest rates and some other factors, I think you want to do both. You want to be paying down your debt. At the same time, you also want to be saving and investing. Why? Anytime you are investing, time is your best friend. See, a lot of times people want to get rich fast. They want to make sure that their investments turn over really fast. But because of compounding interest, time is your best friend. So you want to start investing as early or as soon as you possibly can, right? And if you do it well, you do it right, then you can't possibly make up the difference by putting more money into your investments. Time, compounding interest is a beautiful thing when it's working for you. When it's working against you, it's not so good. So what do I mean? So if you're using debt to buy liabilities, if you're using debt to buy things that don't put money in your pocket, like a car, like some other expenses, some other things that we sometimes will spend our money on, Gucci belts, handbags, purses, vacations, those are all things that I think, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have those things at all. What I am saying is, if at all possible, save up for those things, right? Make sure that if you're buying those things that you're not using debt to do it. Because if you're using debt to do it, you're not only paying for the item, you're not only paying money for whatever it is, but you're also going to pay money for the interest on top of that. And that's interest that you can't get back. That's money just flowing right out your pocket that you can't get back. Is this making sense, guys? Give me thumbs up, hearts, likes. Let me know if this is making sense, okay? So it's very important that you use debt, you use it wisely, and you use it as a tool. What's the smart way to do that? You want to be able to use debt to buy assets that's going to put money back into your pocket. I'll give you an example. So earlier today, I went to the courthouse because I was looking at a property that was actually up for foreclosure. Okay, so I looked online. I saw the house, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to get this house here. So um, the house wound up going for however much it was. I didn't win the bid, but whatever, if I was able to get it at a great price, and I already knew how much I wanted to pay for it, if I was able to get it at that price or less, I was willing to borrow money, okay, to secure the property, to control the property, so I then can get access to what? The monthly payments that would come and come to my pocket. Yes, I would have a mortgage, but if I got it at a great price, the amount of my monthly payment compared to how much I was going to get in every single month, I was going to have what they call net cash flow positive. I was going to be putting money in my pocket. In addition to that, I was also going to be building equity in the property that would be doing what? That would be added to my net worth. That's how wealthy people think. So now if they wanted to go and buy a house, or if they want to buy a car, they want to buy a boat or what have you, they use the proceeds from the asset, right? To afford and pay for some of their lifestyle expenses. Instead of doing that, a lot of times people, when we're struggling financially, we will buy stuff. We'll buy the car. We'll buy the other stuff. We'll put it on the credit card, or we'll go into debt for it, right? And now it's taking more money out of our pocket, and it's not putting anything into our pocket. Again, wealthy people buy assets first and allow the assets to fund their lifestyle. That's the very difference, okay? And it makes perfect sense. So that's a part of point number 4 that I was going to make, and they invest wisely. Investing wisely means you should know or have an idea of what your financial goal is. What is that you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you're trying to do? You might be looking to purchase a home. You might be looking to fund your child's college education. You might be looking at a number of years before you want to be able to retire. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you are very clear about what your financial goal is. Once you understand what your financial goal is, now we can look at how much is it going to cost you to achieve that goal. Once you have those things taken into account, now you can begin to decide which investment you're going to make, which one is going to be the best one for you in order for you to be able to achieve this goal. That's how you want to make your investments. You want to take into account what's your goal, what's your time frame, how much is going to cost you, what taxes are involved, what's the down payment required or capital required. Okay, those are all questions that you want to ask yourself so you can understand how to invest your money so you can reach your financial goals. Which brings me to another point before I get to number 5. If you are in a place right now where you might be struggling a little bit, where you might be living paycheck to paycheck, where you may not be saving as much as you would like, or you're not really prepared for retirement or what have you, I want to invite you to take a look at my masterclass that I have coming up. It's called How to Create a Powerful Financial Plan That's Easy to Maintain and Stays on Track. Now, I'm going to be doing this masterclass on November 20th. All right. And I'm going to walk you through this thing step by step. The only way that you can get to where you truly want to be in life is you need to have a powerful financial plan, and it needs to be complete and written. And I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do that. So somewhere in this link in the bio, somewhere along here, I'm going to put a link in place so you can go. If you go to the link in the bio, you can check it out if you're on Instagram, and I'm going to put the link on Facebook. It's alexbjones.com/plan. Okay, guys, I want you to really get into this master class. It's gonna, like I said, I'm gonna walk you through it step by step, and you're gonna get exactly what you need so you can have a powerful financial plan for the rest of the year and beyond. Okay, so number one, as I said before, develop multiple streams of income. Number two, you want to make sure you focus on growing your wealth instead of looking rich. Number three, you want to be able to use debt as a tool to put more money in your pocket. Number four, they make sure that they invest wisely. And number five, the fifth money rule that rich people follow that you probably should too, is they take advantage of tax breaks. They take advantage of tax breaks. One of the things I'll be going over in the masterclass is I'll be talking to you and I'll be sharing with you strategies to help you eliminate your taxes legally. That's one of the things that a lot of times people just really don't put forth the effort in learning and understanding what things are out there that's going to help you reach your financial goal, yet at the same time help you reduce taxes at the same time. And so, one of the things that that wealthy people do, rich people do, is they're always thinking about the tax consequences of the decisions that they're going to make, right? Because the whole idea is if you can invest, if you can put money away and you can have it grow, if you can either get a tax break for it, or if you can have that money grow tax free or tax deferred, that's one of the things that you absolutely want to do. So you want to be able to play this game like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. You want to try to figure out how to eliminate as much taxes as you possibly can. And you will be surprised. You actually can do it, okay? And so you want to make sure that you figure out what tax advantages are out there. What can you take advantage of? For instance, some of you may not know that you can actually get a tax credit for saving money. Yep, you actually can. If you make under a certain threshold, a certain amount of money, it's called the saver's tax credit. Okay, and so based on how much money you actually earn throughout the year, you can actually get as much as 50% tax credit based on the amount of money that you actually save throughout the year. And there's so many other little things that you can do. I can talk about these things all day, guys. If you don't have somebody, if you don't have an accountant, if you don't have a CPA, if you don't have someone right now, I highly recommend don't wait until it's time to do your taxes, because every financial decision has been made already. You want to be able to talk to your financial person ahead of time. And that's how wealthy people do it. If they're saying, hey, based on what I see here, this is how much you're going to wind up paying in taxes. The first thing they want to know is, okay, how do I need to eliminate that? What do I need to do? Where do I need to invest my money? What do I need to happen? What charitable contributions I need to make? What contributions do I need to make to myself? Do I put some of this money over into a life insurance policy instead of some other investment? There are so many different ways to do this, guys. But one of the things that you should have on your team is you need to have an accountant. You need to have a CPA, a bookkeeper, someone who's very knowledgeable about tax consequences of the decisions that you're making. And so those are things that we're going to be talking about in that master class as well. And so you want to make sure that you enroll in that master class, because I'm sure I will be able to share with you some tips, some strategies that you probably did not know and are not aware of that could save you thousands of dollars every single year on your taxes. So there you have it, guys. The 5 money rules rich people follow that you probably should too. Again, go to alexbjones.com/plan. Get enrolled in the master class. I hope to see you there, and it's going to be very, very well worth your while, especially for the little amount of investment that it actually takes. So you would not be disappointed. Trust me. All right. So, man, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. God bless you. I hope to see you inside the master class. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.